A very special guest today, Mr. Matt Osborne, who is the Chief Operating Officer of an organization that we are very passionate about, very impressed with, and one of those organizations that's making a real difference in the world. Matt is, as I said, COO. Thanks for being with us today, Matt. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate this opportunity.
Absolutely. I'm pleased to introduce my guest today, Diana Rivera. She's an accomplished producer, actor. I mean, the list goes on and on. Diana, you've done a lot in your I should say short life. You're not that old, but you do have 6 children, so you've definitely accomplished some incredible things in your life. I'm really looking forward to visiting with you today and getting to know you a little bit better.
Well, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. I am very excited for this.
You know, I always start the show out mentioning a couple of reasons why I've invited this specific guest on Finding Certainty. And first and foremost is that Matt and his team at Operation Underground Railroad are combating one of the fastest growing criminal enterprises in the world. It's the child trafficking and slavery arena, I guess I don't want to call it an industry, but it's a pandemic is what it is. And perspectives from the Hispanic community, which is, you know, who you are, and it runs through your veins, your roots, your music. I mean, it's beautiful and so important. I think we need to understand that this topic touches all of us. It's not a Hispanic issue or a Caucasian issue or a black or white, or it is a universal problem. Yeah. And we all need to start talking about it. So any thoughts on that topic, Diana?
Oh, well, this is a very sensitive topic, of course, for me as a mother, as I would say survivor of the same problem. I went through a lot of things, and then I know that the statistics show that mostly women and young kids are very sensitive to this. So, of course, it touches my heart in a lot of ways. And like bringing awareness and talking to people about this matter is difficult. It is very difficult. People, not because they don't want to care about it, it's also because people are very afraid to feel vulnerable.
I think if I don't think about it, I don't have to worry about it. Maybe it doesn't really exist, right? And yet that is changing. And it's one of the things that we're very encouraged by is people are realizing when it's real, there is really a problem. It's not just in some foreign country. It's right next door. It's in our own backyard. It's all over the world. It's getting worse in many respects. And yet there are organizations like O.U.R. and others that are shining a light on it and making a dent, right? It might be the fastest growing criminal enterprise in the world, but there are some amazing organizations that are stemming that tide and seeking to dispel that darkness, right? What have you seen has changed within the industry and within O.U.R.? Is there anything that stands out to you?
One of the reasons that our founder, Tim Ballard, decided to leave a very secure, cushy government job. One of the reasons he got me out of the CIA and U.S. Department of State, a cushy job with Uncle Sam paying us faithfully twice a month, access to government health care, a pension waiting for us in just 5 or 6 years that we gave up to join this Operation Underground Railroad, is because we saw the problem getting worse. Back then in 2013, 2014, we saw that there were great groups out there on the front end of this issue, raising awareness, holding conferences focused on...
As we speak right now, Patrick, is 2 children every minute being trafficked.
And it's incredible. Isn't that just horrific?
That doesn't shake your heart or make you like I get goosebumps every time I get it. I don't want to talk about it because it makes me cry or it makes me feel sad and then angry and then confused, but it's happening while you're having lunch, while you're at work or taking your children to the park. And
world, and would empower law enforcement in the United States to actually rescue those currently being held in slavery, not to wait 100 years or 200 years for society to change, for men to realize that these are victims, not volunteers. This is trafficking, not prostitution. That's the long-term solution. But Tim Ballard and me and others saw that, okay, we have to empower law enforcement. So over the past many years, we've seen evolution in a positive way, more and more organizations that we try to unite with.